Welcome everyone to another video, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at, going to guess the pronunciation. I'm probably going to be wrong. Let me know down in the comment section below how close I was. Zobirin90. I'm just going to call him Zo. Going up against Isaac. This is a 4-round tournament. Very early tournament, so happy that he had submitted. I actually believe I met him when I went down to Malaysia. Obviously Isaac, one of my good friends in Malaysia, in KL. Anyways, Zo's team is Alolan Ninetales, Umbreon, Nidoqueen, Shelgon, Linoone, and Bibarel. While Isaac's, his first round opponent, is running a very similar team, except for instead of Bibarel, it's going to be Vaporeon. Instead of Shelgon, instead of Linoone, it was Skuntank. So pretty similar team. Let's go ahead and see how he does in his first round. They have a really fun community. They like battle in a really great grind spot. Anyways, okay. So obviously a very positive lead. And then instant switch out into Skuntank, a very common safe switch. Gonna switch out into Nidoqueen. The Skuntank has taken quite a bit of damage though. And Crunch comes in first. This Nidoqueen might need to shield. Actually, this Nidoqueen is not really in a great position right now, since it's so far behind in energy. It is going to be able to get a shield from the Skuntank lightly, or the Skuntank could let it go. He did let it go. Interesting. He must have a water. No, he is okay. The Umbreon lagged a decent amount there. But that's quite right. And a foul play is going to come likely. So let's see if he decides to shield. He does not. This will put the Nidoqueen at pretty low health. And then instant swap into Ninetales Mirror. And here comes the Psyshock. Let's see if Isaac decides to put up the shield. No, does not decide to put up the shield. Recognizing that there's a Nidoqueen in the back. Oh, it's going to be a really interesting matchup. Bibarel is going to get a little bit of an energy advantage. But this Umbreon already did a charge move. And I actually think this video went corrupt, as he told me. So I have no idea what happened. So I don't know how long it's going to be corrupt for. Let's see if we can speed on to the next match. Okay. I have no idea how that first match went. But he does win this best of 3. So let's see how this plays out. It would have been pretty close, to be honest. Umbreon does beat Bibarel down a shield in the 0-1 scenario. So obviously pretty bad matchup again. Oh, gonna go Vaporeon. No Skuntank switching, which is interesting. And here comes Umbreon itself. And okay, yep, makes sense. A little bit surprised there was no Aqua Tail at first. Really farming up pretty aggressively. I don't know if this is like a Hydro Pump. Oh, it is a Hydro Pump. Okay, there you go. Okay, well, that kind of works out for Isaac. Does land the Hydro Pump. Pretty tricky play, bringing a shiny Vaporeon. Most people think it's last resort. And here comes Lairon. Gonna do quite a bit of damage. Surprised showing Lairon, because does need this Lairon for... Yeah, that's a very interesting... Obviously this is going to be Body Slam. Could be Heavy Slam. Ends up being Body Slam. Gonna switch out. Want to catch the charge move. Unfortunately, it was not the case. Gonna want to put this Alolan Ninetales is gonna not want to shield. But at risk of having to shield, if it does want to protect this Ninetales or land this Ice Beam, and the shield does come up, it was a foul play bait. And let's see what happens with this Ice Beam. No shield, and this Linone's going to try to farm down. And this is going to be pretty close. Which Linoone is obviously... Okay, well, I don't know if it's going to actually be that close because he has a shield left. So I assume that Isaac... actually... I'm assuming Zoe actually won. Oh, it's actually... Wow, okay. Actually, I thought it was over. Wow, okay. That Nidoqueen had a ton of energy. Wow. Okay, what happened there? Okay, I have no idea who won that first match now. But wow, that was wow. What happened there? Jeez, I'm gonna replay that. How much did that energy that Nidoqueen farm? I am shocked by that outcome. Wow, okay, I totally miscalled that. Anyways, that was crazy. I honestly thought Isaac had that one. So, gonna go by barrel into Alolan Ninetales. And here comes Skuntank. Not really, there's no really great switch-ins here. This is an okay matchup for by barrel. Interesting coming Linoone into this Skuntank. Now obviously gonna hit this Grass Knot. And able to get it out. We'll see. Here comes Umbreon. Wow, okay. Gonna want to hit as many of these Grass Knots as possible. It does have a strong positive matchups in the back. And Alolan Ninetales is a little bit low on health, so no shield. Expect the Ninetales to come in. Oh, okay. Back to back. Okay, that's nice. Alright, but no energy left, so no farming off that matchup. And then here comes Ninetales into the mirror, but has way less health, and this is not going to be a good situation. Psyshock and Last Resort actually do about the same amount of damage, so it really didn't matter which one is shielded. Definitely don't do the Psyshock. Okay, all right. Yeah, definitely don't do the Psyshock. That was probably not the right move, especially since that means that you're not going to do the charm damage. But able to pull off the best of 3 there. GG. Well played on both sides. Next up, going up against Sunny Cheese. Rocking a very interesting team, especially with that Sand Slash. Caught the Umbreon lead again. And here comes Suicune. Gonna go into Linoone. I expect this to be Bubble Beam. And it's going to certainly do much less damage. And then under normal conditions, like this Grass Knot does about half of Suicune. Oh, okay, it did way more actually. Wow, really. I'm gonna Bubble Beam again. And here comes another Grass Knot. And a shield comes up. Wow, this is really... This is just a Bubble Beam. Okay, here's the Hydro Pump. Does want to control switch advantage. And that's really critical when you lose the lead, is that you really need to control switch advantage. Unfortunately, this is not a great situation. And here comes... Gonna have to switch back out. And gonna mirror with the shiny Alolan Ninetales. I expect the shield to come up on Sunny Cheese side. And no shield. And then I expect the farm down. And then obviously the charge move right away. And then I expect this Nidoqueen to farm this down and then go for the Earthquake on the opposing Umbreon. And then expect another shield. Okay, no shield. Interesting. Doesn't really matter. This Earthquake is not going to KO, but going to do quite a bit of damage. And I expect that this And here comes the first one. Is about probably 1 or 2 snarls off from a charge move, so unfortunately not enough. And this doesn't really matter. This is going to be more than enough to KO. This Umbreon's almost out. So GG, really well played. Really effective use of that Linoone. Wow, Linoone did a lot more damage to Suicune than I remember. Not that I played that matchup too often, because that's both 2 Pokemon I don't use. But under regular circumstances, that Grass Knot should do 78, which is just over half. So 25% reduction. That's about if it's about 60%. So like, well, not quite 25%, but whatever, you get what I mean. So obviously, a very positive matchup for the Linoone. Gonna deal super effective Grass Knot damage, and double shield comes up. And here comes Earthquake. Nice catch, but was going to do that charge move anyways. But it's going to be able to switch out into Alolan Ninetales. And this is not good news at all. Going to be able to farm down and then do a lot of damage to whatever is coming in next. Foul play, a little parting gift. Gonna Psyshock, which should KO this Sandslash or come pretty close. Oh, able to retaliate and hit the Bulldoze. And let's see what comes out. This Nidoqueen's at full health. And gonna farm down a little bit. Oh, here's the opposing Nidoqueens. Gonna go for the Earth Power, just to guarantee the damage. And then gonna switch out. Oh. And then gonna go for the Earthquake to KO. But this Linoone has way too much health. And just ended up like in a really bad lead situation. Didn't want to exit out of it. So Zoe does take game number 2 in round number 2. That Sandslash is interesting. Going Bulldoze Earthquake. I think it has like a rock move though, doesn't it? It has Rock Slide. Oh, that's Sandshrew. Sandslash has Rock Tomb. I guess that's pretty expensive, but it's just as expensive as Bulldoze. Rather go for the coverage. But I say that knowing that I used Nidoqueen with Double Ground instead of Stone Edge, so I gotta understand the play. Does go for the Earthquake, and I expect. Let's see if this is a Hydro Pump or a Bubble Beam. It's a Bubble Beam. And another Bubble Beam. Gonna let this go. This Nidoqueen's been Bubble Beaming so much. Does lose switch advantage, but is up a shield. Gonna go in with a little Ninetales. And here comes Nidoqueen. And here comes the counter switch. And a little slow on the switch, and these Dragon Breaths are certainly adding up in damage. Oh, did it shield? And goes for the Psyshock too. Wow, okay. Yeah, and this is pretty much a GG. Gonna be able to go for this Ice Beam. Gonna shield. Even this is Earth Power and Defense Drop. It's gonna have more than enough health to be able to land this Ice Beam, which is gonna do an absolute ton of damage to Nidoqueen. And takes the match 3-0s in round number 2. I'm gonna go into round number 3 against Sav Wank P9. I'm just gonna call it P9 from now on. Has a pretty standard team, except for with the inclusion of Excadrill, which is super interesting. So we'll see if we see that matchup. So Bibarel does win this matchup in the one shield. As you can see, these Shadow Claws are not doing very much damage. Grass Knot only does a lot, but because these Shadow Claws are doing so little damage, interesting, going for the Hyper Fang. And it does get shielded. Oh, that's absolutely devastating. That's really bad. Does gonna go for the Grass Knot. And switches out to Umbreon. Nice switch, but Surf was gonna do a good chunk of damage, and then gonna get trapped again. I'm not sure catching these charge moves with Umbreon it's still good, right? Because this Umbreon is gonna get farmed a little bit less against the Ninetales, but at a pretty high cost. Gonna double Foul Play and take the Ninetales about down to half. And let's see what comes in. Here comes Nidoqueen. Gonna go for the Psyshock. To be honest, I just go for the Ice Beam at this gate in case they don't shield. Because it's not likely that you're gonna get to a second Psyshock. It would have been short because that Poison Jab definitely would have KO'd. So a little bit of air on his opponent's side. And here comes Linoone, hoping to hit that Grass Knot. Man, Grass Knot does about half. So this is going to be very close. Not quite enough. And shield does come up because it's going to be able to farm down this Nidoqueen. And here comes fellow Linoone. It's not going to KO. And these Shadow Claws are absolutely no damage to each other. This Nidoqueen's so low, you could Shadow Claw it down, to be honest. So wasn't really necessary to farm up too much. Because it's going to be able to take it down with Shadow Claws. But understand, better safe than sorry in those particular matchups. So going to go into match number 2 in round number 3. Gonna go Ninetales Mirror. So this is a very interesting one. How I like to play it out is I like just to keep going, and if they use a charge move, that's great for me. Obviously, this is good too, because if they don't shield, then that's good for you. If they do shield, so then this is like probably the most optimal scenario, or a really good. Oh my gosh, that Excadrill just absolutely mauled that need. Wow, that was crazy. Okay, let's see what this Excadrill has. Obviously, it has Drill Run. Just gonna do. Oh my, that's a cool animation actually. That is a wicked animation. Wow, I've never seen that actually. Gonna shield. I expect the switch out, but might not have an appropriate switch because, yeah, I'm not really sure there was merit in necessarily. Oh man, got auto deleted by. Yeah. Well, no, I think definitely the switch was available there. Just didn't go for it. And this Linoone just going to put as much pressure onto this Umbreon as possible because it does have the Umbreon mirror in the back. And this Umbreon's at pretty low health, but up 2 shields. I don't know what actually does more, or what's more energy efficient or shield more efficient. Doing Grass Knots or more Last Resort. I don't know. Wants to catch this. I don't know why not just shield and hit the Grass Knot. Gonna have to force this last shield here, and then I expect the immediate switch out into the Umbreon, and then it goes. Oh, this actually works out way better, because now this Umbreon is basically at 0 energy. And it didn't even necessarily KO, which is actually not less good. And ooh, man, well, could survive the Last Resort at that health, and could have, to be honest, could have foul played at that health. Well, maybe not. Yeah, probably not. Would have been a little bit short. So, GG. So has won both matches and is playing this third game in round number 3. But really waiting for his 4th round opponent. All right, going Shelgon into Nidoqueen. Shelgon does take this matchup in the one shield as long as it baits with, as long as it does Twister, basically. It doesn't necessarily even need to bait with anything. And obviously has to shield. And gonna go into Ninetales. A little slow, very slow on the switch. And then choosing to mirror is super interesting. I don't quite understand that decision. Gonna have quite a bit of energy built up, but this Ninetales is super low, so I expect the Nidoqueen to come back out and then farm down this Ninetales. And we'll see if the mirror comes out. This opposing Ninetales has a slight energy advantage, but if it decides to go for Earthquake, it might... Yeah, that's probably the safer play, even though the Earthquake is the one that does guarantee the KO. And let's see what's in the back. It's Umbreon. Oh, able to land this Earth Power. That's huge, because I thought that, to be honest, this was a loss. It probably still is, to be honest. Yeah, this... so it does lose game number 3 in round number 3. That's quite alright. Gonna go into the finals against K-Pop 964, rocking double ice. I don't know why the Sandslash is so weird there, but Raichu, Nidoqueen, Linoone, and Suicune. So no Umbreon. Gonna go. This is an interesting matchup. So let's see what the switch out happens. Gonna want to go for this dig, which is probably gonna KO this Alolan Sandslash if it does go through. It does not. Go shielded. Ice Punch can survive this Ice Punch. I'm not really. Definitely should switch out. There's not really much of a point getting farmed down. Got farmed down pretty aggressively, and I expect the Umbreon to come out. But this Umbreon's going to be met with quite a few Ice Punches, which are only going to deal like 20% damage, but it's certainly going to add up. And here comes another one. It's going to put it pretty close to half. And there you go. And does need to be careful of be wary of another Ice Punch. It's only 5 Powder Snows to an Ice Punch, so it's pretty nuts. And here comes the switch out, and then here comes the opposing switch out. But up a shield, that's definitely gonna matter, because now this Linoone is gonna have to burn its last shield. And basically, this Nidoqueen can double shield and put a lot of pressure onto this this Ninetales. So the shield to come up, and then I expect the immediate Earth Power. Or might want to choose a farm, to be honest. Because does want to get to a charge move to try to KO this Ninetales, especially before it gets to Psyshock. And gonna want to hit this Earth Power. Oh, gonna go for the Earthquake. The Earthquake is gonna be more of the guaranteed win, and does go for it, which makes sense. A little bit aggressive, but still got the job done there, and that was probably end up being the appropriate play. And let's see. Go Nidoqueen into Alolan Sandslash. This is a terrible situation for Nidoqueen. This is like one of the worst matchups for it. Let's see if a fellow Charm user... Oh, this is going to be super interesting. I think this is going to go to game 3. Still early, obviously, to tell. But obviously, you don't want to be in this situation. Going to go Last Resort. This Ninetales doesn't need to shield. And it's going to get KO'd. And I expect the Nidoqueen to come out and farm up. But, man, this is not a particularly great situation at all. And gonna shield, and they're gonna want to farm down. But this This Sandslash has quite a bit of energy. Can survive this Ice Punch. And they're going to put a little bit of pressure. I expect the immediate switch out afterwards, especially since these poison jabs are double resisted. Going to switch out. Oh, got the defense drop. That is big, actually. And has a little bit of energy advantage versus this Linoone. And let's see how these two decide to play it out. Gonna shield. Gonna wanna build up a little bit of energy. Especially since like Shadow Claw and Powder Snow generate energy at the same rate. So gonna wanna be, yeah, it's gonna be a tough balance. Or could switch out, right? Oh, here comes... Oh, but this Sandslash uses energy, which is going to be important too. And then, oh my gosh, absolute brilliance. But no, I think this Linoone's going to be able to Grass Knot in the back. Should be able to Grass Knot and KO. Yeah, it does. All right. Wow. Sacrificed. All right, we're going to game number 3 as predicted. Wow. Okay. Really interesting, but just didn't have an answer for the Alone Sandslash. Really positive lead. This is not a good situation at all for Linoone. These Grass Knots are not going to do very much damage, and these foul plays gonna go for. Did maybe one little bit too many. To be honest, because it's definitely going to be at a little bit too much health or too much energy. And going to want to hit this foul play. If a shield comes up, expect a double foul play. Nope. A little bit of lag. Switch out into Ninetales. Oh, man. That lag actually saved. Wow. That was crazy. Okay. Gonna go for this Grass Knot. Let's see if the shield comes up. A shield does come up. Man, it's gonna be super tight if it's gonna be able to get to it. It does barely get to this Grass Knot, which is gonna put a decent chunk into this Ninetales, and that's a really bad situation for that Ninetales. I expect these water guns to KO this Ninetales pretty quickly. If it doesn't get to a charge move, it does get to a charge move. It's just gonna be Psy Shock, but. It's going to be Ice Beam, which does about the same amount of damage. I think it does 1 less damage. I was only going to get one of them off, so that's probably the appropriate call. Going to go this Sandslash. Unfortunately, this Sandslash. Ooh, nice switch. Going to sack. But this really doesn't matter too much. It's not like nothing can really much happen. If this is Bulldoze, it would do a decent chunk, but not quite enough. And then gonna go for the Surf, and is easily gonna be able to take this victory. And even this is the Bulldoze, doesn't matter. Does a decent chunk, but not quite enough. So Zoe able to take the 4-round sweep in this very early Ferocious Cup. Really effective use of Linoone, showing off like really great gameplay. Good play with Alone Ninetales, Shelgon, and really using the full repertoire of his team to effectively take this 4-round tournament. So if you want me to showcase your tournament, let me know. I'm going to include a link in the description where you can fill out a form, and this is where Zoe submitted his form, his information to submit to me, so I could be showcasing your battles. I do prefer more rounds, earlier in the month, more exciting or unique strategies, so I can share those and help other people get better. So thank you again. If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next video.